advertising and promotion. Buy social placements that work and avoid the money pits people. Log into their favorite social network for fun, relaxation, connection, and perhaps to consume news or information. They aren't there for ads. Turn on the hard sell and you'll be disappointed. However, if you adopt a new marketing mindset, social media advertising can be fruitful indeed. Focus on driving word-of-mouth endorsement, brand engagement, and qualified leads, and you can drive big numbers at great return on ad spending, ROAS. Social networks encourage low-key conversational marketing and serve as a conduit for person-to-person buzz. And that personal focus comes at a perfect time, because traditional advertising and selling are in trouble. Money spent on online advertising has now eclipsed that bastion of old-school media, newspaper ads. But even online advertising is under pressure. Consumers are deluged with more commercial impressions than ever before, with overflowing email inboxes, banner ads on every web page, and ads before every video. We live in a jaded, impatient, overworked, and suspicious age. Ordinary people don't trust ads or the marketers behind them. When shopping for goods or services, what they do trust, overwhelmingly, are recommendations from friends. It's no surprise that we trust the judgment of people closest to us. But amazingly, in the social media age, the opinions of strangers are nearly as powerful. And that's where social media shines for marketers, allowing word of mouth to do the selling in a relaxed, personal, non-commercial way. The ads you run in social media are embedded in the fabric of the online community. Your campaign truly succeeds, gains extra traction and reach through the shares, likes, comments, and other social interactions it earns. We're now witnessing a turning point in commerce, where ordinary consumers engaging in social media trust each other more and could be more influential for you than traditional advertising. I have 5 guidelines to help you identify the highest return social advertising options and optimize your performance as you go along. 1. Start with a top-line budget. 2. Establish measurable goals. 3. Allocate money and time between core platform and test and learn campaigns. 4. Test constantly. 5. Rebalance efforts and budget based on return. Let's look at each in more depth, as well as touch upon the idea of social media burnout, promotions and earned media, and a dark side of social media spending, fan or like buying. Your social ad budget. How much should you spend on social media advertising? I allocate about 3% of my annual online advertising budget to social platforms, chiefly Facebook. Coincidentally, Facebook currently has about a 3% market share of all online ad spending. Note that I'm talking exclusively about advertising expenses, media buying, not the costs of maintaining and staffing to support an online presence, creative design, and so forth. Estimates of social media ad spending vary widely, but overall they suggest that in the United States today, marketers spend somewhere between 5% and 10% of their online ad budgets on social ads. In other words, in 2012, social advertising represented an estimated $2 to $3.5 billion of the overall $35 to $40 billion in online ad spending. Tip: most marketers expect to be spending 5 to 15% of their online advertising budget on social media ads in the next few years. If you're not already getting your feet wet with 3 to 5% of your budget going to social media ads, you're falling behind the curve, because consumers spend about 15% of their online time on social media. Some experts argue that current media budgets are underallocated to social. A survey by Buddy Media found that ad media buyers plan to increase spending on social advertising. While 2/3 of respondents currently dedicate less than 5% of their ad budgets to social, most expect in the next 2 years to be allocating 5 to 15% to social media. I concur that the slice of our ad budget pie dedicated to social advertising will grow. Over the next few years, some companies are already there. The social shopping site Fab.com disclosed that fully 75% of its ad dollars are allocated to social media sites. In making budgeting decisions, marketers will inevitably have to balance the proven high immediate ROI of direct response search and remarketing ads. Think Google AdWords and Yahoo Bing Ad Center, with the less direct, brand building, and lead generating benefits of social ads. To manage a successful social media ad spend, you need the discipline of a fixed monthly budget that forces you to plan in advance, tailor promotions to seasonal peaks, pursue the best opportunities, and say no to the many marginal ones. Note that I'm talking specifically about advertising budgets. You must also budget your overall social media operating expense. See Chapter 5. Goals and tests. Where are social ad dollars going? Advertisers are spending their money where the overwhelming majority of users are spending their time. Facebook. In a survey of media buyers, a resounding 86% of those who intended to advertise in social media plan to do so on Facebook, figure 4-1. Threesome 39% and 36% respectively plan to advertise on Twitter and YouTube. LinkedIn was in the ad budgets of 21% of media buyers, while Google Plus attracted spending from just 18%. Figure 4-1, of media buyers who intended to advertise on social media sites, fully 86% plan to advertise on Facebook. Source, gogolf.com. In Chapter 3, we noted that Facebook dominates the landscape with a 63% share of all social media visits. Facebook also does well when measured by time on site, averaging over 12 minutes per visitor, Table 4-1. By that metric, Facebook is competitive with YouTube and Pinterest, whose content is famously sticky. Twitter, by contrast, serves its visitors with efficient summaries of scrolling news, resulting in short 3-minute visits. Table 4-1. Average time spent on top social media sites 4. Given the disproportion in size and audience makeup of the top social media platforms, and the stark performance differences you'll inevitably see, you'll need to be disciplined about budgeting and goal setting. Allocate 90% of your budget to core strategic platforms and 10% to test and learn. Tests are at the heart of successful marketing innovation, but too much test and learn on second-tier networks is the kiss of death. Unless you establish clear budget guidelines, you'll waste time and squander your attention on a crowd of small, Me Too social platforms with no ability to really move the needle. They simply don't reach enough people, and whatever reach they offer is seldom unique. It's easily duplicated on major platforms. Be disciplined, set limits for how much money and time you'll spend on small platforms, and you'll never fall victim to social media shiny object syndrome. Establish quantifiable goals. Before rolling out an ad-supported social media campaign, state your objectives up front. We expect 12,000 new Facebook fans, say, and 10,000 contest signups, of which 9,000 will opt into our email program. We expect 100 new buying customers or leads tracked directly from social media links and X number of brand impressions from newsfeed activity and retweets. Every campaign has its vital signs. They could be votes, poll responses, gameplays, dollars donated to a cause, customer uploaded content, tell a friend referrals, free sample requests. With experience, you'll learn what to expect for ad costs, click-through, and conversion rate. You'll be able to establish benchmarks for efficient cost per fan, cost per lead, and cost per order metrics. You can also set less tangible but still trackable goals. Survey-driven customer satisfaction levels or brand awareness and usage, positive sentiment, brand mentions, before, during, and after the campaign. Remember, every dollar you spend on social media advertising will come out of some other marketing bucket. By setting up a fixed budget, establishing clear goals, tracking results, and redirecting funds based on performance, you'll never be caught off balance by these 3 innocent questions from your boss. What are we spending on social media ads? What are we getting for our money? Is that good? Measure results and rebalance buyer. Beware. Sure, your friendly account rep at Facebook or any other ad-supported social network wants to see you succeed, so you'll become a long-term client. But don't expect him or her to worry about your ROAS. You and only you are accountable for the return on your ad dollars. Whether your principal goal is to drive fan acquisition, email newsletter or sweepstakes signups, sales, free sample requests, or brand awareness and positive perception, you can measure it. Establish your goals in raw numbers and in performance ratios, and broadcast them to your team in advance. Tip: it's important to establish a unit cost for the most trackable goals of a social media ad campaign, like cost per fan, cost per app download, or cost per email signup. The key is to track the conversion rate of those social media leads to paying customers, via email marketing, say. Then you can calculate your social media customer acquisition costs. Always structure your social media ad campaigns as A/B tests. Review daily results and optimize toward the winning media pricing, offer, or creative model. You'll be surprised by how much variance can exist between two different images, headlines, calls to action, or other elements. Some of what you'll learn will be counterintuitive. For instance, I once ran a Facebook ad campaign for a sweepstakes contest. We found that ads promoting our online community, and not even mentioning the sweepstakes, generated more likes and more sweepstakes entries than the ads that pitched the sweepstakes explicitly. Social media advertising is still in its infancy, with different ad units, targeting options, and pricing models still very much in public beta. You can't prosper in this new landscape without making a few mistakes. Facebook itself puts it nicely in its motto, move fast and break things. If you're going to fail, and sometimes you will, do it quickly, react, and move on. Testing new tactics, kicking the tires on new platforms, pulling ad dollars from poorly performing platforms and campaigns, and doubling down on the winners. Combating social media fatigue. You shouldn't neglect an ironic new opportunity for social media ad campaigns. Poking fun at social media. There's no question that for many people, the hype surrounding social media is a touch overdone. Toyota recently seized on this trend, and the generational tension stoked by Facebook's rise, with a series of clever television ads by Saatchi & Saatchi for the Toyota Venza crossover. In one, a worried 20-something woman sits alone at her kitchen table, browsing Facebook and addressing the camera. Having read the majority of an article online that reported older people are becoming antisocial, she was aggressive about getting her parents onto Facebook. Alas, they have only 19 friends. Losers. The ad cuts to footage of her baby boomer parents off-roading in their Venza and mountain biking with friends. Their daughter, still at home, looking at pictures of puppies on Facebook, concludes happily, "I have 687 friends. This is living." I love it. It's funny, ironic, light, but makes a worthwhile point about lifestyle. And I doubt many younger people would be offended on behalf of their generation. We all believe we use Facebook in a healthy, balanced way. Regardless of age, most viewers wouldn't identify with the daughter in this spot. She is a caricature of lameness, and most viewers know she represents a certain type of social media addict, not all people of her generation. The double irony is that many of the ad's impressions have been on social media. I heard it on Pandora, saw it on YouTube, then searched and found a post about it on a marketing blog. Much of the buzz and discussion about it will take place on social media. But afterward, we'll all go mountain biking, right? This is living. Another fun twist was Victoria's Secret's 2010 offer of free with purchase, limited edition bikini panties emblazoned across the seat with the Facebook thumbs up icon and the slogan, "You like this." This exclusive offer was available with a printable coupon only after consumers liked the brand on Facebook. Facebook member exclusive offers, by the way, are a great tactic to generate enthusiasm and underscore a sense of exclusivity in the privilege of membership. A strong answer to the natural question, why would I join your fan page? What's in it for me? These examples point out that sometimes the best way to play the social media trend is with a bit of self-awareness, irony, and self-deprecating humor. It can be an excellent way to stand out from the herd. Promotion and earned media. While this chapter has focused almost entirely on paid advertising and promotion are inextricably linked. Your major advertising campaigns should be echoed simultaneously in other channels, including traditional and online press releases. Tip: even prominent journalists do some research online, looking for specialists, experts, and talking heads among the blogs and on professional networks like LinkedIn. If you cultivate good social media visibility in your field or market, you could find yourself tapped for an interview out of the blue. Blog networks are an interesting fusion between social media and paid promotion. Today, most of the biggest most influential blogs are no longer labors of love, but are supported by advertising and sponsorship. In my experience, specialty networks like Blogger and SheBlogs, both of which aggregate mommy bloggers and other female-targeted blogs, can reach a valuable audience. The most attractive opportunities here are for sponsored sweepstakes and promotions, as well as packages that combine sponsorship with editorial coverage. Earned media is a term that has arisen to describe free media coverage, the unpaid exposure in online and traditional media when your story catches on. Giveaways and sweepstakes are not paid advertising, but they require many of the same budget-setting rigor and results tracking. Perhaps you're trying to get 10,000 free samples into the hands of bona fide prospects likely to buy your product in the future. Or maybe you want to promote a big sweepstakes to collect qualified leads to opt into your email newsletter. Promotions like these will typically be supported by both free and paid media. Don't go there. Major and minor social networks and platforms are scrambling to fill their coffers, and in the case of newly public companies, to justify their high but tumbling stock prices. The resulting landscape offers far more ad buying opportunities than the potential advertiser, that's you, can or should pursue. As Donald Trump famously observed, sometimes your best investments are the ones you don't make. Note scams and frauds are alive and well on social media. Whether to dupe individuals or businesses, fake profiles abound. Facebook recently purged a whopping 83 million of them. Stay away from operations that offer to add thousands of fans to your accounts in a matter of 24 or 48 hours for flat fee packages starting as low as $97. Sure, these firms claim to be on the up and up, and that no one will ever know that you bought your fans, but the tactics used by many fan sellers are cheesy, manipulative, and bad for brands. That's counterproductive if your goal is to create positive brand associations and build authentic connections with brand loyalists and genuine prospects. Most social fan-driving schemes are pretty simple. 1. Establish armies of fake profiles. Since sex sells, many like the Twitter deleted at Jenny B. Hottie are on the sexy side. 2. Use those fake profiles to follow the paying customer accounts. 3. Build huge but empty audiences through auto-following and friend requests. 4th, tweet and direct message followers to promote likes and follows of the paying accounts. The Mitt Romney 2012 campaign got a black eye when news outlets reported something fishy about Mitt Romney's sudden one-day jump of 117,000 Twitter followers. Online security firm Barracuda Labs identified a number of causes for suspicion. Followers jumped 17% in a single day, 80% of the profiles were under 3 weeks old. 23% had never tweeted, 10% of the accounts had already been suspended by the time the story hit. We believe most of these recent followers of Romney are not from a general Twitter population, wrote Barracuda Labs research scientist Jason Ding, but most likely from a paid Twitter follower service. It's unknown whether follower buying occurred or who might be responsible. The campaign itself, a supporter, or even a rival's dirty tricks campaign. But the message is clear. Shortcuts to social media success will blow up in your face. Such tactics make you look lazy and clueless at best, sleazy and dishonest at worst. The results? Thousands of zombie followers that disappear the moment Twitter gets wise to the abuse, do nothing to build real community or further your business goals. 5 Barracuda Labs, fake Facebook accounts, fake Romney followers, the underground economy of social networks. August 3, 2013, www.barracudanetworks.com/ns/news and events/?NID = 575. The same scams occur on Facebook. National Public Radio reported on a service selling 1,000 likes for $75. 6. Although that business claimed its likes came from bona fide accounts, fake accounts are a centerpiece of some schemes. Right now on the black market, you can actually buy and sell bundles of Facebook account credentials. Ben Zhao, computer science professor at UC Santa Barbara, told the reporters. Tens of dollars or hundreds of dollars for hundreds or thousands of Facebook accounts. I'm not dismissing all services or agencies that claim they can help you get more exposure on social media. But if a firm is promising to add thousands of fans or followers to your accounts for a few bucks in the space of mere days or weeks, be afraid. Be very afraid. That's no way to build a truly brand-focused online community of real people interested in you and in each other. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Summary 1 of the main attractions of social media, especially for smaller companies, startups, and others with few dollars to spend, has been the access to millions of consumers, free. But can you still make an impact without spending ad dollars on Facebook and the rest? While it's still true that social offers a great free platform on which to publish and interact with fans, I believe most mid-size and larger businesses have recognized that organic fan growth only gets you so far. In my experience, organic likes, from wall posts and stories, tend to account for only 10 to 20% of new fans, while the other 80 to 90% come from ad-supported campaigns like sweepstakes and giveaways. To truly expand your impact and make the most of promotions and other campaigns, you'll need to harness paid media in addition to free. The major social networks now provide a bewildering array of new advertising options. In Chapter 5, I'll move on from the general role of social media advertising to specifics on running ads on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other platforms, and how you can make the most of the new social